that that coyote?
No.
That's not a coyote.
I'm not trying to.
From the stillness that falls after 3 a.m. to the sounds and movements that shouldn't exist, these disturbing encounters in the wilderness captured on camera leave nothing to the imagination. What starts as silence quickly turns into moments that make even the bravest question what is really out there. Skinwalker captured in her backyard. A woman on TikTok uploaded a chilling footage of her background which captures a human-like entity slowly emerging from the shadows. At the very first few seconds of the video, the woman is startled by the sounds of her alarm going off, and once she checks the camera, there seems to be nothing at all in sight, just the emptiness and silence of the night. Moments pass by, however, and we begin to see something crawling out of the woods. It was hard to tell at first whether it was just another animal, but the more it came into view, the figure slowly revealed a humanoid-like entity on all fours.
Okay, so alarms are going off and the rooster's going nuts. We caught some coyotes in the backyard. What is that?
It's probably that coyote.
Right there. What the heck?
Is that that coyote?
No.
That's not a coyote. That's a fucking person. I'm gonna get the shotgun.
Where's the dog?
Wow.
Well, you better go now.
What the fuck?
As time passes by, this eerie entity, which barely resembles any human-like characteristics and more of an unknown creature, begins to move around the woman's house more. The woman's CCTV cameras then capture every movement of this entity on camera in great detail, allowing us to observe its bizarre and unnatural movements in real time.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. The rooster's not too happy. Where's the dog? There's the dog. Why is she in her freaking pen?
Look.
What the? Oh my god. Okay, so it came back. What the hell?
There's Lucy right there.
Yeah, but you see where it's standing?
Yeah, it's looking in the window at you.
It's out her window. What?
It's a good way to get shot in the face.
And the dog's just staring.
So why is the damn dog not barking?
Oh my god.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
But the question still lingers. What do you think that thing was? Do you think it was some sort of supernatural entity that somehow managed to wander off and got caught on camera? Or was it just another human? Whatever your thoughts are, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. Poltergeist briefly appears on camera. This footage was reportedly recorded by a friend's home security camera late at night. Those familiar with the situation say it captured something out of the ordinary. However, by the next morning, the video had been pulled, adding a layer of mystery and prompting speculation about what might have been seen and why it was taken down so quickly. UFO accelerating fast. User CDS456 on Reddit uploaded a UFO sighting that was reportedly captured in Trinity, North Carolina. The observation, described as showing instant acceleration, took place on August 7, 2025 at approximately 10:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. According to the post, the footage was originally recorded by a friend and later sent to user CDS456 because of his known interest in the topic. The video was filmed on an iPhone 16 Pro Max, with credit attributed to George O. User CDS456 explained that he had previously shared the clip in another subreddit a few weeks earlier. However, that community has since gone private, restricting access to the original upload. As a result, he decided to repost the footage so others could review it and assess what appears to be an object demonstrating sudden and unusual acceleration. Haunted old phone rings without power. A man moves from the stairs into the main living area. On the table before him sits an old telephone, untouched. As he gets close, the phone begins ringing without any visible cause. The ringing cuts through the stillness of the room, creating a moment that feels quietly off. The camera captures the scene clearly, documenting the unexpected sound as it occurs.
This haunted phone rings without power.
Ghost haunts man living near cemetery. The video begins with a man recording inside his garage, speaking out toward the door as if calling to something unseen. Moments later, the door closes by itself, and the first part of the footage ends abruptly.
I heard you over there. I heard you moving around. Let me know you're here. Close that door. Yes, this is your cemetery, I know. I'm just trying to keep it nice for you. Keep it maintained and looking nice, out of respect. I'm not trying to
The scene quickly cuts to a continuation, now noticeably darker. The man steps outside his garage, claiming he hears shoveling, in which he also reveals a cemetery located just across the road, visible in the fading light. Returning inside, he records the area once more, explaining that he had heard sounds resembling footsteps.
So I'm hearing shuffling now. Sounded like it was behind the cement mixer. Fast footsteps or something that was back there. Clearly you can see there's nobody back there. So, I'm not sure what that was. Gotta reach behind there. Alright then, fuck that. A rainy day up here. You gotta love it. I swear, anytime the weather's like this, weird shit happens.
As he walks toward the corner of the garage, a loud bang suddenly echoes through the space, startling him and prompting him to quickly turn around, in which he sees one of his tools mysteriously thrown on the ground. Observant viewers have pointed out faint details in the background during the first part of the video. In the window near the cement mixer, some noted what appears to be a faint eye shine moving behind the door. There are also shapes resembling forearms and folded hands, and small forms on the floor that could be interpreted as toes or tiny feet.
So let's hope today is not one of those days. There's that thing. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's just fucking great. Hell no.
The footage captures both the man's cautious movements and the sudden, unexplained events, leaving viewers to observe the sequence and draw their own conclusions about what might be present in the garage. 7 Nights at a Haunted Office. The footage begins with a man walking down a long hallway before entering a small room, presumably his office. Once inside, he takes a moment to show the layout, moving around the space and pointing out various objects.
I don't have to be here. I can quit any time. But I'm drawn to this place. Whatever is going on, I feel like I need to see it through. The following video takes place in one of the break rooms. I try my first feeble attempt at communication. Please excuse my raspy voice. I'm still recovering.
It just got really cold in here. I had to turn off my radio earlier. It's jumping with static. Usually that means it's close. Man, that's cold. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I can definitely feel something in here.
After turning to face his table, the video captures the start of unusual activity. Observers have noted several unsettling details, faint shapes and movements on or near the table, and moments that suggest some form of presence within the room. One viewer remarked on what looked like a face appearing on the table, while others interpreted the behavior as a restless or frustrated entity attempting to communicate. Some have suggested subtle gestures or objects moving are signs that it is trying to get attention.
Whoa. Shit. Just saw my apple move. Just saw him move. Oh. What do you want? Who are you? What does this mean? What do you want? Why are you playing games? Why did you attack me the other day? What do you want?
Viewers have offered a range of reactions and advice. A few warned against engaging directly, noting that unless the person is experienced, interacting could escalate the situation. Others suggested documenting the phenomena carefully, including temperature changes and using cameras to capture movement at the far end of the hallway. A number of comments speculated more playfully about the entity, comparing it to fictional characters and joking about simple messages it might be trying to convey. A ghost or a woman? The footage was reportedly sent by a man whose father worked night shifts as a security guard in the building. During the early morning hours, he would repeatedly send these videos, and neither of them could ever figure out exactly what was being captured. The uploader believes the figure appears to be a woman. He also claims there are 2 more videos from different days showing the same thing, with no clear explanation. It said, "Hi." User Squeaky Frog Toes on Reddit in 2024 uploaded CCTV footage showing paranormal activity inside their home. While moving around for a late-night snack, a voice clearly said "hi" from the doorway behind their right shoulder. The security system recorded no other movement, and the dog stayed quietly by the bedroom door, unusual behavior for them. A roommate, Jackie, confirmed she had been asleep during the event.
Oh, Jesus! Jackie? Hi. Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed now.
Mysterious creature stalks uncle. Another footage uploaded on Reddit claimed a sighting of a mysterious creature. According to the uploader, their uncle was reportedly stalked by a mysterious creature in the early 2000s. They are seeking input from others to help identify what it might have been. something tries to break inside her son's room. A woman uploaded Ring camera footage taken inside her son's bedroom. The camera angle covers the entire room, including 2 windows along the wall. After a few seconds, something can be seen at the window on the left, appearing to try to open it. She also shared a second video from a different angle, captured by her front door's Ring camera. In this footage, a white entity appears to flee from the scene, providing a broader perspective on the unusual activity.
Another scary encounter. I have no clue what that is, but this is my infant's room, and I had a cam set up and caught this, and then the light turned off by itself. The window was cracked, but they're a child lock, so it can't be pried open.
What's that noise? TikTok user EmilyDell21 shared this footage after experiencing a disturbing situation at home. She explained that she had been hearing unusual noises coming from her door and decided to start recording in an attempt to identify the source. As the video unfolds, the sounds continue, building a tense and unsettling atmosphere, as if something might have been lingering just out of sight. If you've recorded something strange, unsettling, or completely unexplainable, we want to see it. Drop it in the comments below or send it to wrangler.yt@yahoo.com. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, and your clip could appear in one of our upcoming videos, giving the world a glimpse of the unknown you captured. From enormous forest creatures, giants seen on mountains, to the last footage of people who forever disappeared in forests, these are a few of the things we will look at, so stick to the end. This video starts with a chilling narrative detailing how authorities were dispatched to a forest to investigate a disturbing incident involving an alleged Bigfoot that reportedly killed and consumed a man. To aid their search, they install a trail camera in the snowy, mountainous forest. The first footage captured by this camera reveals a large, black, hairy creature moving between the trees. Despite the snow and distance, the image is reasonably clear, showing the creature standing on two legs, resembling the legendary Bigfoot. The video then transitions to a second piece of footage featuring two deer. Initially, the deer appear calm, but gradually, one becomes increasingly agitated and nervous, as if sensing a looming threat. This video, with its apparent sighting of a creature resembling Bigfoot and the subsequent behavior of the deer, leaves an unsettling feeling. The idea that something so mysterious and potentially dangerous could be lurking in the forest makes me think twice before I decide to go camping. In this video, a man films the peak of a towering mountain. As he zooms in, the camera reveals a surprising sight atop the mountain, a large black figure, its size and shape evoking the image of the legendary Bigfoot. The figure's presence on the cloud, enshrouded peak, adds a layer of mystery and intrigue to the footage. The contrast between the distant lofty peak and the striking silhouette of the figure is striking. Watching this, one can't help but feel a sense of unease mixed with fascination. The possibility of such a creature like Bigfoot existing in such remote and inaccessible places stirs the imagination and curiosity. In this video, a man is hiking through a forest, likely in autumn, as indicated by the leafless trees. He spots a black, hairy creature off the side of the path, piquing his curiosity. Intrigued, he follows the figure with his camera as it crosses the path, moving calmly and seemingly unaware of being observed. The creature walks on 2 feet, adding to the mystery. As the man continues to film, he momentarily loses sight of the creature among the trees, but persists and manages to recapture its image. This peculiar detail leads to speculation about the creature's identity. The calm demeanor of the creature, especially in the presence of a human, is intriguing. It doesn't exhibit any predatory behavior, which casts doubt on the idea of it being a dangerous entity like a dogman. This raises questions about the authenticity of the video. The footage leaves an unsettling feeling. Is that really the best footage to date of a real dogman, or is it fake? In this video, captured by a trail camera in a forest at night, we see an intriguing and somewhat eerie image. The camera records a large, hairy creature lurking among the trees, its 2 eyes shining in the darkness. The creature's size and appearance evoke the image of Bigfoot, a legendary figure in folklore. The forest's nocturnal setting adds a mysterious aura to the footage, with the creature's glowing eyes intensifying the sense of mystery. It's difficult to determine exactly what the creature is due to the limited visibility and the camera's position. Watching this video leaves an unsettling feeling, especially with the creature's resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. It's a reminder of how much remains unknown about the natural world, particularly in the depths of the forest at night. This video narrates the chilling story of a man named Jeff who went solo camping and mysteriously vanished. His personal items, such as his wallet, medical inhaler, and camera, were later discovered in the forest. Intriguingly, the camera contained footage from the night Jeff disappeared. In the footage, Jeff captures a large humanoid figure with no discernible face. The figure abruptly vanishes, sparking Jeff's curiosity to venture deeper into the forest in search of it. The video then cuts off, leaving the fate of Jeff unknown. The footage, especially with the sudden appearance and disappearance of the strange figure, makes me really nervous. It leaves me with questions about what Jeff might have encountered in the forest that night. In this chilling video, a policeman is recording while driving on a road at night when he notices a figure in the distance. Initially, it's unclear what the figure is, but as the policeman approaches with his car, the figure becomes more distinct. It appears to be a human, possibly a woman, draped in a white cloak and holding a stick. The sight is deeply unsettling. The policeman, visibly frightened, stops the car and starts yelling, attempting to drive the figure away from the street. However, the situation escalates as the figure, instead of moving away, starts running aggressively towards the car. This reaction sends the policeman into a panic, causing him to drive backwards frantically. As the video concludes with the figure at the side of the car and the policeman's terrified screams, it leaves a haunting impression. The figure's behavior and appearance in the desolate road at night evoke thoughts of something supernatural, possibly a witch, adding a layer of fear and mystery to the encounter. This video, captured by a street surveillance camera, shows a young boy playing alone in a park, surrounded by trees. Suddenly, the calm scene takes a dramatic turn when a dog appears, chasing a bear. It becomes clear that the bear had been dangerously close to the unsuspecting child, and the dog's intervention potentially saved the boy from a hazardous encounter. The presence of a bear so close to a child is alarming, and the dog's quick response is both brave and crucial. The bear, seemingly startled by the dog, is driven away from the park area. The footage leaves a lasting impression of the unexpected nature of wildlife encounters, especially in areas frequented by people. This incident could have taken a much more dangerous turn, if not for the timely intervention of the courageous dog. In this intriguing video, filmed from the perspective of a driver on the road, we witness an unexpected and baffling event. The driver is following a heavy tonnage truck, when suddenly the truck makes a swift turn, as if trying to avoid something. Initially, the reason for this abrupt maneuver is unclear. However, the mystery deepens as the camera reveals a man in a lab coat appearing seemingly out of nowhere on the right side of the truck. The suddenness of his appearance raises questions, as he was definitely not visible before. This unusual occurrence gives the impression that the man might have teleported onto the road, although this seems far-fetched. The video leaves me with a strange feeling, primarily due to the inexplicable appearance of the man in the lab coat. The incident seems to defy logical explanation, adding a sense of wonder and unease. In this video, captured by a surveillance camera in an office, we observe a typical work scene. A man is engaged in a video conference when suddenly his demeanor changes. He appears startled and begins to look around anxiously, as if he's heard something alarming. The calm of the office is abruptly shattered when a squirrel unexpectedly jumps into the room, causing a chaotic reaction. The man, clearly terrified, responds with a scream, grabs a bat, and jumps onto his desk in a frantic attempt to avoid the small intruder. The video captures the humorous yet startling effect a small animal like a squirrel can have when it enters an unexpected environment like an office. This video, recorded by surveillance cameras inside a house, captures a series of eerie occurrences that suggest a paranormal presence. The first footage shows a girl playing with her dolls. Notably, in the corner of the room, another doll, dressed in a purple dress, with 2 ponytails, exhibits strange behavior. Its head slowly moves on its own, stirring questions about a possible ghostly presence in the house. In the second footage, taken in a different room, the same girl is seen doing her homework. Initially, papers on the table start moving abruptly, startling the girl and causing her to flee the room. Upon her return, the unexplained movements resume. Papers flutter again, her pencil box falls to the floor, and the table begins to shift by itself, as if manipulated by an unseen force. The incidents in this video, particularly the unexplained movements of inanimate objects, leave an unsettling impression. It suggests the presence of a ghost, seemingly intent on making its presence felt. As a hiker ventured deeper into the forest, a mysterious sight halted him in his tracks. Heart racing, he fumbled for his phone, ready to capture the uncanny scene that lay directly in front of him. The camera's focus shifts, revealing an enigmatic figure with an oddly shaped head, gazing downward as if sensing something beyond the trees. But what is weird is that this creature seems to walk on 2 and looking around in a human-like manner. Yet we can clearly see it's not human. Suddenly, it straightened, revealing its towering stature and massive hunched back that set it apart from any known creature. Emerging from the trees, it paused, its watchful eyes scanning the surroundings once more before its gaze slowly turned, locking onto the direction of the hiker. Time seemed to stand still as the hiker's fear clashed with his determination to remain hidden. The creature's intense gaze held him captive, his heart pounding in his chest. Then, as if breaking a spell, the creature averted its gaze and continued its silent journey through the woods, disappearing from view and bringing the video to an eerie close. While much about the video remains a mystery, the creature's behavior hints at a deliberate avoidance of being seen, shrouding itself in an air of unsettling secrecy. Residents of a small town in Asia reported that at night, they heard sounds coming from an abandoned cave a few kilometers away from the town. So one night, they decided to search the cave to find out the cause of the strange sound. But upon entering the cave, they found something very disturbing. They caught sight of a woman on all 4 limbs, and as they approached her, she began making her way towards them in a very frightening manner. Her face was pale white, and her eyes were very chilling to look into. But the most terrifying thing was the way she crawled towards them. The people were terrified and confused about what the old lady was doing in the abandoned cave, why she was on her 4 limbs, and if she was the one making the strange sounds they heard at night. This video was uploaded to TikTok by a biker named Jose Maria. He and his pals decided to go for a bike ride on a dirt road one night. They were having fun cruising along when something really spooky got caught on Jose's camera. In the video, Jose breaks away from the biker in front and takes a different path. But as he turns onto this narrow trail, his bike's light shines on something in the middle of the road. It's quick, like a blink, and you'll miss it moment. But what he saw was super creepy. It looked a lot like a woman wearing a black gown with long brown hair covering her face. And because it was so late at night, some folks might think it could be a ghost. Sure, there might be people saying it was just a tree trunk or something, but the way Jose reacted right away shows he wasn't so sure about that. What do you think? Could it have been something spooky? In a quiet house, a woman was alone with her dog when suddenly the lights went out, leaving everything dark. She was puzzled by the problem and heard a noise outside. Armed with a flashlight and her phone, she went to investigate and found something unexpected. When she looked out of the window, she saw her gate opening and closing on its own, even though there was no wind. She got curious and looked around for an explanation, and that's when she spotted something really scary. With her flashlight, she aimed it towards the gate and saw what seemed like a person in black clothes staring back at her. Imagine being alone in the dark with a strangely dressed person outside your gate. That would give anyone goosebumps. The woman was scared too, but she needed to be sure of what she saw. So she got a brighter flashlight, and when she returned, something weird happened. Instead of the person, she saw a black cat in the same spot. But she was convinced she had seen a person, so she kept looking. And then, on the other side of the gate, she saw the same figure in black clothes. She got really scared and quickly turned off her flashlight. At that moment, she heard 3 loud bangs on her door. The video ends there, and we don't know what happened to the woman that night, but it feels like something you'd see in a scary movie. A bunch of close friends embark on a wild rowing adventure down a turbulent river. The waves are crashing, and the excitement is palpable. One of them grabs his camera, ready to capture the thrills. Little did he know, he'd capture something far beyond thrilling. As the guy in his one-man boat battles against the force of the river, the camera's lens suddenly spots a mysterious movement at the left edge of the frame. From behind a gnarled tree emerges a figure, shrouded in an eerie aura. In that fleeting moment, its massive physique comes into focus. A hulking upper body that exudes an air of intimidation. It's as if the legendary enigma, Bigfoot, has stepped right out of the shadows. The guys, lost in the rush of the adventure, were completely clueless about the extraordinary sight they'd just caught on camera. But imagine their mix of exhilaration and unease when they later watched the recording, realizing that they had unwittingly brushed against something far more mystifying than they could have ever imagined. This video was recorded in Caledonia Street, Scotland. A pair of tourists decided to take a leisurely nighttime stroll down this quiet street. One of them thought it'd be cool to record the adventure on his phone. Little did he know, he was about to capture something way more than he bargained for. In the video, these tourists are walking along, and they come across this old, eerie-looking house. You know, the kind you'd expect to see in a horror movie. They're peering around when all of a sudden, they spot some movement up in a flat's window. Now, this is where things get seriously strange. You see, that house is in a place called Clune Park Estate, and it's got a spooky reputation. It's this rundown, isolated spot that's supposed to be torn down soon. But what happens next shatters the idea that it's abandoned. After catching that movement in the window, they focus on it, and guess what? Someone's peering out from behind the glass, then quickly ducks away. But here's the kicker. This someone isn't like your everyday person. Nope, not at all. This figure's got a head that's all sorts of wrong. Dark patches around the eyes, and get this, something that looks like a horn on its forehead. It's like something out of a nightmare. The video ends with the tourists rushing towards the door, probably wanting to get an explanation for whatever they just witnessed. There are supposed to be 430 flats in that estate, but only 20 people live there. After seeing this video, you'd probably agree that it's not just humans who call that place home. This footage comes from a guy who's been dealing with some freaky stuff going down in his house for a few weeks. So he sets up a camera in the room where most of the weirdness has been happening. And what he captures? It's the stuff of nightmares. He's out having drinks with his buddies when his phone notifies him. It's the camera telling him there's movement in the house. You can bet he's feeling a mix of curiosity and straight up dread as he checks it out. In the video, we're looking at what seems to be a regular storage room. Nothing unusual at first glance. But then something way off starts happening. An object at the back of the room starts shifting, like someone's actually moving it. But here's the kicker. No one should be in the house. When you zoom in, it's like someone or something pokes their head out, stares right into the camera for a brief, heart-stopping second, and then pulls back. Now, that's freaky on its own. But here's what makes it a horror show. This person or thing knew exactly where the camera was. They knew their way around his house. After watching this, I'm willing to bet the homeowner found somewhere else to spend the night, and possibly the rest of the weekend as well. A man and his cat were having a chill time at night at his residence when suddenly he heard something drop in his room closet. Since they were alone in the apartment, he grabbed his phone and began recording. As the video begins, we see the cat standing next to the closet and looking up above like there is something or someone there. Then, out of nowhere, the closet cotton is flung open without an indication as to who or what opened it. This strange phenomenon sends even the cat scampering away as the homeowner stands in confusion about what he just witnessed. But in a bid to find an explanation, the homeowner enters the closet and experiences something frightening.
I don't know what the hell it is. No. Oh, hell no.
During his inspection, a plastic container from a shelf falls to the ground and comes to rest beside his work table. This forces the homeowner to abandon the inspection and possibly his house too. The video ends there, and although there is no concrete explanation for any of this, it would be extremely terrifying for anyone to be in that situation. A group of teenagers went on an adventure in the woods surrounding their town, and on their way back, they got lost. They decided to take a recording of the place to let someone outside direct them out of the forest, but they captured something terrifying. In the video, the man with the camera films the forest and then turns it towards his friends. Only 3 people came with him into the woods, but somehow there are now 4 people behind him, and it becomes clear who the newcomer is. We see what looks like a dark shadow behind the 3 friends. It had the frame of a human but the presence and motion of a ghost. The 3 friends probably thought they were being pranked by the guy recording because the shadow man hid away before they could see him. They definitely had chills when they got to watch the video. At home with his family at night, a homeowner's attention is brought to some disturbance in his backyard. With a flashlight in hand, he goes to check it out, but meets something unexpected. As the video begins, he goes into the forest by the backyard in search of the source of the noise and notices movement behind a tree.
Hey, you want to get away from my house, okay?
But isn't able to make anything of it. So he adjusts the brightness on his flashlight while approaching the tree, and is spooked by what he sees. Out of nowhere, a head peers out from behind the tree and drops back shortly after. And even with the poor lighting, the creature can be seen to have dark hair and dark eyes. Who or what was she, and what was she doing in the homeowner's backyard late at night? Well, the homeowner didn't wait to find out as he took off into his house, locked all the doors, and had a long, quiet, sleepless night. A security staff was on shift at his company's control room. He observed the surveillance videos of the building and noticed something peculiarly odd, so he decided to film it. The video shows the live footage of an empty office in the company. Suddenly, in a dark corner of the office, something is moving in a sideways motion as it disappears and appears multiple times. Upon close inspection, the unknown floating object resembles a face with dark eyes and a wide mouth. And that is more believable because as the face moves, the light from the monitor screen on the table gets covered, showing that as the head moves, the body moves as well. Now we might know that the figure has human-like features, but that doesn't explain its eerie motions and disappearing acts. The video leaves a lot to the imagination, so we'll never know if it was a result of the light deflection, a strange human, or the office ghost. Two brothers were out in their home's backyard, enjoying a game of fetch with their dog. Suddenly, things become less enjoyable, as one of them sees something startling in the forests nearby. He looks into the forest and sees something staring right back in his direction, like it had been watching him all the while. But that wasn't as scary as what he saw next. The creature, which appeared to have been crouching before, suddenly springs up on its legs, revealing its frightening length, and starts walking towards the boys. The creature had what appeared to be black fur covering its entire body and could easily be mistaken for a monkey or a bear, but it walked with so much coordination that some people might associate the creature to be the well-known Bigfoot. The creature approached the boys and flung his very long hands sporadically in the air, which signaled that he wasn't happy to see them. And the boys got the message as they retreated into their home. The video ends there, but the boys will always be very wary that their not-so-friendly next-door neighbor is a territorial Bigfoot. Out on a night stroll through the forest, a man took out his phone to capture the night sky and the forest scenery. While recording, he walks past a tree, notices something behind it, and backtracks to take a closer look at what would be a truly terrifying sight. He gets to the tree and points his phone flashlight to see two bright eyes shining directly at him. Upon close inspection, the eyes appear to be that of a male human, as we see a hand by its side. He also appears to be shirtless as he stares at the passerby without end. The man wastes no time, as his stroll becomes a frantic race out of the forest. Mitchell was at home, honing her drum skills on a drum set belonging to her out-of-town brother. And her mom, quick to seize the moment, decides to capture the scene on video. But what she captures is not just a cool drum session. As the camera rolls, Mitchell's mom moves around, showing off the room. But here's where things go haywire. In the closet, a figure pops up. I'm talking about some girl with pitch black hair, wearing a semi-see-through white gown. And get this, Michelle and her mom are the only ones home. Oblivious to the fact that they're not actually alone. Michelle's drumming her heart out, the ghost in the closet watching it all go down. And then comes the big reveal. The camera swings back to the closet, and guess what? It's empty. That's right, the figure's gone. And that's when it hits. They were chilling with a ghost, and they had zero clue about it. The video cuts off there, but you can imagine that the mom and Michelle had a serious chat about moving out after seeing that footage. A tourist discovered a psychiatric hospital that had been closed down for several years due to numerous reports of paranormal events. He then strolls around the property while recording and catches something you'd expect to see in a horror flick. He's wandering around, filming his adventure, when he points his camera toward the windows. And then, out of nowhere, there's movement. You see it too, right? At the top left window, something's moving past it. But here's the kicker. This hospital's been closed up like no one's supposed to be there. And there's no way anyone should be walking past those windows. So, what the heck is going on? Think about it. There are only a couple of explanations here. Either it's some tricky play of light on the window that's messing with our minds, or it's something way more spine-chilling. A ghost, maybe, haunting those abandoned halls. Now, here's the freaky part. The guy with the camera. He's totally clueless about what he just caught on tape. He just keeps on exploring, not realizing the can of worms he's opened. Imagine having all those questions bubbling up in your head and no answers in sight. It's the kind of thing that'd make you think twice about ever going near that place again. Driving across town at night, a family stops briefly to stretch out their legs. Then, they spot something on the other side of the road and begin recording. As the video begins, we see a figure emerge from the tree and appear to be hiding from the family, something which it fails at. It has a black coat around it and is taller than an average human, which are all characteristics of the creature often referred to as Bigfoot. After observing safely from a distance, the family stopped recording, got into their vehicle, and resumed the journey to get as far away from the creature as possible. Trail cameras are strategically placed in forests to capture the beauty of nature and its creatures. However, sometimes they manage to capture something quite different, something far, far away from the usual beauty. This video comes from a wildlife camera recording a forest at night. In the recording, we can see that there's a movement in the distance in bushes, and it's not immediately clear what it is. But the unsettling part comes when we realize that this movement is of a mysterious presence, and it isn't moving away. It's actually coming towards the camera. As this eerie figure approaches, we can make out its head and a boxy body, but no arms. What's even creepier is that while its head appears human-like, its body doesn't resemble any known creature on Earth. Whatever this terrifying being is, one thing is certain: you wouldn't want it lurking in your backyard. An adventure explorer shared this video on his Facebook page. He used a drone to film a nearby field and stumbled upon an abandoned house in the midst of the field. Next, what he captured on film is like something from a chilling nightmare. In the video, we can see the worn-out and deserted house standing in the field. At first glance, everything appears ordinary, but as the drone moves to the back of the property, it reveals an open door. Inside that doorway, a human-like figure is hunched over, engrossed in eating something. What's eerie is that this figure, with its pale white appearance, moves like a wild dog. The way it eats and moves is just unsettling and terrifying. What could this creature be? A nightcrawler or perhaps a skinwalker? It's up to you to decide. Deserted islands are a paradise for those who crave adventure, offering endless exploration. Yet, these islands also have secrets that human eyes weren't meant to witness. This video is captured by a drone camera sent to one such abandoned island. The footage first showcases the island's natural beauty and a glimpse of a small, forsaken cottage. After that, another abandoned house comes into view, its entrance blocked by a massive wooden piece. And then the drone flies off. Did you catch it? Let's zoom in a bit closer. As we zoom in on the glass window of this abandoned house, we notice a shadowy form materializing on it, only to vanish after a few moments. This figure looks like a shadow of a really tall person. However, the island has remained abandoned for a decade now, so there's no explanation for who or what that presence could be. Luckily, the explorer chose to use a drone to document this eerie encounter rather than going there in person. One can only imagine what might have unfolded had they gone there themselves. During a mountain hike, a hiker suddenly spotted something in the distance and started recording. In the video, we can make out a large creature covered in a thick coat of black fur, moving through the woods. Although we only catch a mere glimpse, it's quite a sight. Some might suggest it's just an ape, but the way it's walking on two legs isn't typical for an ape. Moreover, its immense size and body structure are resembling a Bigfoot. The mix of awe and fear that this creature evokes is quite a feeling. Regardless of whether it turns out to be a Bigfoot or not, the most important thing is that the hiker was safe and sound. This drone video is from Cannock Chase, England. The footage captures a figure dressed in white standing at the forest's edge. The video provides various angles of this figure, with long hair and an enigmatic stance. The figure gazes directly at the drone, which is quite unsettling. Interestingly, this area has witnessed other sightings of the same white-clad entity. Legend suggests it might be the spirit of a victim from the killings that happened in that area. While there's a chance it could be a prank or a cult activity, the intriguing possibility remains. Could the tales of the black-eyed spirits hold some truth? A man named Igor Kryan shared a video on his YouTube, believing he captured the first ever sighting of a Yeti. In the video, a snowy forest stretches ahead, and a creature stands in the foreground, as white as the snow itself. This creature is truly unique, with its size and long arms. Its body shape is resembling that of a snow wolf, but with extra long arms and a distinct frame. Its face also doesn't resemble that of any creature we know. The eerie aspect of this footage is that it appears the Yeti is aware of being watched, its gaze fixed on the person recording. Examining this creature up close is an experience I'd rather never have in my lifetime. Road trips with your family create cherished memories, but sometimes those memories can take a scary turn. This video comes from a family on a road trip. They spot a moose by the roadside and start recording, but what they capture goes beyond the moose.
Oh wow! Il mange, il est tout relax là.
Je peux voir?
Ben tu le vois, regarde dehors.
Non, je vois rien, attends.
You are a star today.
In the forest, another creature can be seen lurking. This cryptid stalker moves restlessly, as if waiting for the right moment. We don't know if it's waiting to pounce on the animal or perhaps on the family in the car. The creature itself doesn't resemble anything familiar. It's hunched over and has an eerie white appearance, reminiscent of the rake. What adds to the fright is that the children are also inside the car, witnessing this from a rather unsafe distance. What's your take on this mysterious encounter? Even hideous evil monsters need to stay in shape to terrorize. This video captures an eerie tall figure on a distant mountain. Strangely, it's not engaged in any horrifying actions. It's simply doing push-ups on the mountainside. As the video zooms in, we notice its lengthy legs and arms extended for each push-up. While it might be tempting to think it's just an exceptionally tall person, comparing its size to the distance and mountain makes us doubt that explanation. What's more, upon closer inspection, the figure seems to possess webbed fingers and a single leg, adding to its unsettling nature. So, what's your take on this? Was it merely a tall individual going on with his mountain workout, or was it an unknown creature getting in shape to terrorize us? Drones have opened up a world of amazing sights that were once beyond our reach. Flying over Canada's Calm River, this drone captures an intriguing scene. A creature in the river that resembles a river monster. This unknown aquatic being has a really long body and swims on the water's surface, resembling of a shark's movement. Some might argue it's a collection of algae or debris attached to a fallen tree from the frost, now floating on the water. However, this creature is in motion. Despite the calm waters, it creates ripples around itself, which makes it a living being. Also, another thing to notice is that this thing has snow on its back. So it could be that it was on the ground at nighttime. That means it could be possible that it's a large crocodile. What if it was the first ever real sighting of a monster like Nessie? Witnessing a swarm of birds soaring through the sky on a sunny day is a delight for nature enthusiasts. But when it comes to swarms of bats, it's an entirely different story. This drone recording captures an eerie spectacle. Millions of creatures emerging from a cave in Thailand. What's unsettling is that these aren't your typical birds. They're bats, and they're swarming out of the cave in a way that gives you chills. The video shows an unending wave of bats, creating a massive swarm that seems to stretch indefinitely. They move with a sense of purpose, heading towards an unknown destination. If their trajectory leads them to another cave, that's well and good. But what if their path takes them toward a populated area? Imagine just how terrifying it would have been to find the cave while all of them were still inside. A Reddit user shared a truly spine-chilling video showing an encounter with what appears to be a white Bigfoot. The footage, which has captivated the online community, showcases a man making his way through the thick darkness of a dense forest, using a flashlight to illuminate his path. As he continues onward, sweeping his flashlight to reveal the path ahead, it suddenly reveals something that sends shivers down the spine. There, in the beam of light, stands a creature, staring right back at him. What sets this encounter apart is the unsettling detail. This creature is white, whereas Bigfoots are typically depicted as black. The man's flashlight casts its glow on the figure, and in response, the creature quickly runs into the shadows before the video comes to an end. Upon close inspection of the creature's face, its head shape and features closely resemble that of a Bigfoot. Yet its eyes remain pitch black, not even reflecting the torch. While we may never truly know the identity of this mysterious being, one thing is clear. Encountering such a creature during a forest expedition is a scenario best left to the realm of nightmares. A peaceful night at home. A woman prepares for bed when her dog spots something or someone lurking in the shadows, just beyond the living room.
Can't ready to go to bed myself. What the f*** is that? What? Oh, God! Fuck!
If their reaction and hers are anything to go by, this isn't a hoax. Watch closely as the apparition appears for mere seconds before vanishing again. We're bringing you some really clear and compelling Bigfoot sightings in this episode of Trail Terror. Watch as this unsuspecting person spots the bipedal creature with its characteristic reddish fur in close proximity. There is the briefest moment where the two face, the beast alerted to the camera person by their panicked shouting. Fortunately, the shy Bigfoot disappears into the forest, avoiding confrontation. A family enjoying a snowy winter walk spot a creature in the distance, scrambling for a phone they capture through zoomed-in footage, what appears to be our elusive, abominable snowman. The creature appears to be basking on a rocky outcrop. In this position, it looks somewhat similar to a grizzly bear. That is, until it stands up. Bigfoot or Big Knot? Let us know what you think in the comments. A blue luminous sphere-like entity is captured in this unsteady, low-res footage. It appears to be glowing independently on the sand, and is not being reflected off anything. It is not at once clear whether the sighting is on a beach or a desert. Is this paranormal or extraterrestrial? Hit us up with more info. Somewhere in New Mexico, a woman spots someone moving in the darkness just beyond her window. Reaching for her camera, she captures this man taking a moonlit walk. Strange thing is, he disappears from the frame. At first, he is visible and clear as day, but then he disappears into the fabric of the night. Is this a ghost or a glitch in the Matrix? Security camera footage captures something odd moving amongst the trees just beyond property's periphery. Watch as a shadowy figure is seen visibly darting between the trees. Although the video quality is somewhat poor, and the entity appears for only a few seconds, the creature's pale visage and almost luminescent skin tone is not unlike other cryptids we've witnessed before. Is this what the footage has captured? There is something distinctly creepy and alien about the way it both looks and is moving. A group of friends were on a trip, and during their travels, they made a stop to capture the beauty of the nearby fields. As they began recording the video, one of them spotted a black creature in the field. In the video, the creature can be seen dashing towards them, while the girls in the background scream and cry out in fear.
Oh, there it is. We've seen this thing before. Dude, what is that? F***ing Yeti. I'm not kidding. That thing's... We've seen it multiple times. Oh my God.
The black-furred creature sprints across the field, prompting the group to start running as well. Looking back, they notice the creature vanishing into the field. After a while, it reappears, this time standing on its hind legs and making its way toward a bush. It hides behind the bush momentarily before emerging once again and heading back towards the forest. Upon close inspection, the creature was first moving on all fours, covered in thick black fur. Midway through the video, it changed to standing on two legs, revealing its impressive size and resemblance to a Bigfoot-like figure. The scene was undeniably terrifying for both the friends on the scene and those watching the footage. However, it's confusing why they continued recording when the Bigfoot-like creature clearly wanted them gone, or worse, could have viewed them as potential prey. A TikTok user posted this video on their profile, claiming they discovered the body of an alien. The video showcases an unusual creature lying lifeless in the snow. Its body appears child-sized, but its features are what is truly terrifying. With long arms, a small body, and a head resembling an alien, it's an eerie sight. When zooming in on its face, we notice a fish-like mouth and large empty eye sockets. The creature's one arm and eyeballs are missing, possibly due to decomposition after being there for a while. Despite its missing parts, the creature's overall appearance remains unsettling. Could this be an alien, or something even more unsettling than that? If you want to see more strange footage, then watch this. From birds floating in the air to angry Bigfoots, destroying campsites, and even ghosts of soldiers visiting the war memorials, we are in for a terrifying dive into the world of mysterious happenings that will leave you shocked. Again and again, I have been telling you guys how potentially dangerous camping in the wild can be, especially if we consider sundown. That place is haunted by a gigantic beast, which gets angry every time it sees hunting camps in the woods. As these hunters left their camp looking for bears around, they left a camera behind monitoring the camp, and this is what it recorded. The beast, also called Bigfoot by many, emerges from the trees and attempts to destroy the camp. It throws broken tree branches with all its might before leaving. The hunters were shocked to see all the mess when they came back, and they knew what had happened. As this terrifying video was uploaded on YouTube, it sent a loud and clear message to all the hunters. The notion that we have in mind of these creatures being shy is not right, and they can be deadly when the time comes. So it's better to stay away. Just imagine if you were there at the time this creature decided to pay a visit. Recorded in 2016, this video was anonymously posted on YouTube, and it features something that can be absolutely considered to be the stuff of nightmares. The man keeps saying that they heard someone screeching, and it was not anything like they have heard before. So he went down and out of the house to look if it was an animal in need of help or something. But instead found a creepy cryptid right on the roof staring back at him. It looked like a human with white straight hair, staring right at him. In seconds, the creature ducked back down and disappeared in the darkness. No matter how much the man tried, he could not find it again. The face of the creature reminds me of the rake, but it seems way too calm compared to the descriptions I have heard about. What do you think? Uploaded a couple of years ago by a YouTuber who has made the goal of his life to track Bigfoot and to prove to the whole world that they exist. But once as he was tracking the trail that he found, he somehow got too close to the beast and in the process ended up pissing the beast off. As he moved his flashlight and the camera towards where the creature was, the two glowing eyes stared into his soul and he knew he had messed up. If we look into it closely, we can clearly see that the creature was ready to pounce upon the man and get done with him once and for all. However, the guy ran for his life, and luckily the creature did not follow him around. Personally, I would have dismissed this clip by saying it could be some car's headlights, but after the editing of the footage, we can clearly see the creature moving its head towards the man, so they have to belong to a deadly creature. We can also see the size of the creature. It looks to be massive. This video was uploaded on TikTok with a guy claiming he saw this weird thing when he was out with friends late at night. He had no idea what the insect was, so he uploaded it in order to see what others had to say. It looked like a praying mantis trying its best to mimic a scorpion. The video sent a wave of shock and weirdness on everyone who saw it. For some, it was a mix between some sawtrap bug and a scorpion, while for others, it was a bug straight out of hell. I had this clip for weeks and was looking around what this might be, but was not able to find out. Do any of you know what this thing is? They say soldiers who die while protecting their country never really die. These guys were out driving late at night when one of them saw something on the bench in front of them. It looked like someone was sitting there, but it was not clear. As the car moved on, they saw it was not a real person, but a ghost of a man. Before this clip was recorded and uploaded, many people had reported seeing a soldier in uniform sitting on the bench, as if waiting for someone, and it will not be a coincidence that the bench was right next to a war memorial built years ago. The soldier probably came there every night in search of his loved ones, and in the hope that he will get to see them one day. Recorded in 2022, this terrifying encounter happened when some of the hikers going their way peacefully were approached by a polar bear who did not have good intentions. At first, just curious, the bear tried sniffing around before getting a little aggressive and tried snatching one of the hikers' jackets. Thankfully, the bear was easily startled by the noises the hikers started making and thought it would be better to get away from the humans. Even though the bear was a little aggressive towards them, it did not look like it was in a mood of attacking or hunting. It amazes me it did not attack them. Polar bears are known to be the most deadly bears when encountered. Hence the saying, if it's white, say goodnight, because you stand no chance against them. Bears, once hungry, are capable of attempting such stunts we have never imagined them doing. Take this clip, for instance. The bear was looking for some food for quite some time and failed after hours of looking, but just then, its eyes fell upon the bird seed house that was hung by the humans for the birds to come and feed. Having no other option, that bear had to get whatever the birdhouse had to offer, so it first climbed up the tree, then hung on the rope, and after minutes of struggle, it reached the tree. However, unfortunately, it lacked the talent of eating while swinging in the air. So unable to balance itself, the bear fell on the ground and sat there with a growling stomach and lost hopes, while the humans nearby film it all on their cameras. The ocean can be way scarier than what you or I have ever imagined, and I am not talking about what lies beneath hundreds of feet deep. I am talking about how scary it can be even for someone who is on his boat on the surface. Take this man, for instance. He was just fishing peacefully when an orca or killer whale spotted it and decided to give him a chase he will remember his whole life.
Hey, it's coming this way! Let it jump on us! Hey. Ah! Go!
Killer whales are called this way because they leave not one single soul in the entire ocean that they won't take for lunch. And that includes even big whales and sharks. So that indicates that orcas can be way more dangerous than a white shark following you, because they are the fastest and one of the most intelligent animals as well. So you can just imagine what a terrifying experience this might have been for the fishermen. Thankfully, all it did was give the men quite a good chase and then left them alone. Imagine coming to your home, but before you enter the house, you see a weird sight, a creepy crawling creature right on the roof, looking at you. As you start filming, the creature hides behind the roof, only for it to reappear on the ground right in front of you. Well, this is exactly what happened to this man a couple of years ago in Brazil. As he uploaded the clip on the internet, he claimed this was an alien he saw and recorded on his camera. The clip received mixed reactions from people, from some claiming it being real to others thinking the video is fake and edited. For me, the video does look like it is edited, because if it isn't, should we start believing that the aliens are roaming on Earth without anyone noticing? Or could it be another cryptid? This video dates back to 1999 from Norton Hall, a daycare for old people. A group of care workers were continuously hearing weird sounds, which according to them sounded like a cat. They tried finding where the cat was, but they couldn't. However, one night when the cat was heard meowing way loudly than before, they decided to leave a laptop with a webcam on to see if it could catch the animal in need of help somehow. And what the camera recorded was a cat, but not a real one. Instead, a ghost cat was the animal they could hear the cries of. According to the people, that night, one person died there at the age of 99, and he was known to be the ultimate cat lover and even had a cat shelter. After that night, no one ever heard any cat crying for help ever again. Could it have been the spirit of a cat he cared for in his life, coming to visit him one more time, perhaps coming to help him into the afterlife? Most of the time, we have seen bears being outrun by hikers or snowboarders. However, if those clips make you think that if you ever encounter a bear, you can easily outrun it, then let me tell you, that is a wrong assumption you are making there. Watch this clip where we can see a grizzly bear sitting peacefully. However, in a minute, it starts running around, possibly trying to scare the animals around it or to catch one. And we can see how fast the bear hopping around in the long grass like no big deal. As a matter of fact, bears can run at a speed of 42 kilometers or around 30 miles per hour. So leave whichever thought you had in mind of outrunning a bear, because not even Usain Bolt with his top speed can do that. Your best bet if you don't have pepper spray is to either scare it or play dead. Recorded in 2015, the tragedy for this intruder unfolds as he jumps off the wall into the backyard of this house. He had no single idea what was about to happen. With his evil intentions, He was all in for looting whatever he gets his hands on. After minutes of looking around and seeing how everything is locked up with chains, he starts moving towards the front of the house to see if there was anything there he could steal. However, that's when one of the big dogs spots him and comes into action. The man tried his best to get away from the dog, from pushing it and kicking it away. To me, it even looks like the dog is not even giving his best. He's just pulling him a bit, while the other's dogs stand aside for most part. After minutes of struggle, he managed to get above a cart where the dog couldn't reach him and cried for help. This clip was recorded in 2019, and it shows how in the middle of the road, a man is seen standing completely still, as the cars moving on the road have to stop and turn around to avoid the man. He just stands there without even blinking or moving an inch from his spot. According to the men who were in the car, it was enough to give anyone a heart attack, as it was quite late at night, and to encounter that, anyone will think of it as a ghost or something. I am not sure what his deal is. Was the guy trying to scare people? Some people had said it is a cardboard made so that drivers slow down, but it is one of the most realistic ones I've seen, if that's the case. There is no limit to how scary nature can be, and there are some people who get to witness the terrifying side of nature firsthand. For instance, these people who were going on their way when suddenly trees started falling right in front of their car, as they stopped to see what was happening. It took them a second to realize they were in the middle of something very scary, and they needed to back off quickly, which they did. However, they were already in the heart of the action, so there was not time to get all the way out. The trees kept falling one by one, and ultimately one hit their car, but fortunately, it was a smaller one. Thankfully, these people were safe, but many were not as lucky, as this deadly landslide hit lots of homes and buildings and caught many people off guard, not ready to escape at all. Glitches in the Matrix are not something only bound to the movie. There are times when humans have encountered these glitches happening in real life as well, making us all think if what the movie said was actually true or not. This clip showed one such incident when a man saw a flock of sheep, which were normally grazing a moment ago, go still in a second. Not even one of them was seen moving. They just stood there, like someone took life out of them. The man was shocked to see what was happening, and so he saved the moment in his camera. The clip is 34 seconds long, and all that time, the sheep remained as still as they could. This clip even has me shocked. I have no idea what can cause such a phenomenon. Was there a predator nearby, and for some reason they thought freezing is the best course of action? If any of you have any idea what this was, feel free to comment down below. Seemingly a usual day in 2019, with trucks going on their business on the road. But then, not even a minute passes, and a huge windstorm is sensed to be coming towards the place. At first, it is only the benches which are pushed around by the wind, but soon the signboards, the tent nearby, and everything turns into a chaos, as the storm approaches closer and closer to our spot. In just a matter of moments, we see a usual day turn into a mess. I am thankful I have not encountered many tornadoes, because this looks completely terrifying. This is like just a glimpse of the sheer power nature holds. When a person first sees it, the mind quickly relates it with blood, and all we can think about is that this is a bloody river, which might have a terrifying past attached to it as well. As terrifying as this is, it did not turn red due to blood being spilled in it. Instead, the river has this color due to the sediment content in it. The river carries a significant amount of sediment, which gives it a reddish hue, especially during the monsoon season when it swells with water and erodes the riverbanks. But for sure, it will give you a short panic attack if you were to see it for the first time. Sometimes even the smallest of fellas can prove to be the strongest, For instance, in this clip, when a burglar jumped from a wall into this house's backyard, he had the intention of stealing whatever he could from the house. After examining the backyard for a few seconds and not finding anything, he moved on to the front of the house in the hopes of getting his hands on something valuable there. However, the little doggo that was following him around all this time sensed that the man did not have good intentions. So, it started barking at him and chased him around to the wall where he had jumped in from. The man, not knowing what else to do and fearing being caught, ran for his life and did not stop until he was far, far away from the reach of the dog. The owner later found the video and could not be any more grateful for the dog. Most of the time, we see humans being chased by bears in the wild. But what will happen if a bear somehow ends up in the middle of lots of humans in the village or the city? Well, this clip will give you all your answers. As this bear wandered off from the wild into the village and found itself surrounded by a number of humans, it freaked out, which is a very normal reaction for the animals. And during all that, it ended up chasing a man, getting on top of him, and running away without harming him. All due to the noises and the charging humans he could see everywhere. As the video ended right there, I have no idea what happened to the bear, and if it made it out alive or not. The quick action of the men charging towards the bear might have saved the man's life. I bet that will be an amazing story to share later on. This man saw an unusual sight and recorded it, so he can share it with the world later. A bird was seen stuck in the middle of the air. It looked like something just stopped that bird when it was flying in the air. There were no ropes or strings in sight that we could assume the bird would be hanging on. It was literally just floating. Not just the man, but the whole internet was shocked, unable to believe what they were seeing was real. Could it be another glitch in the Matrix? Or are there more mysteries in the world that humans haven't resolved yet? A man shared this video on his Facebook profile, asking his friends and followers for answers about his terrifying encounter. At the start of the video, we can see a creature both terrifying and strange pouncing around in the backyard. It's really aggressive towards the man, and you can hear hissing sounds from it. At a quick glance, it might look like a weird bat or rayfish that ended up in the wrong place. But if you look closely, it has hands and legs all connected by thin wings, and even little horns on its head. It's like a creature that comes right out of hell. Even the dog in the video doesn't seem brave enough to go near this frightening thing, would you? Only when it's nighttime and when there's no one around, except for the deep forests and empty road, that's when the unknown emerges. This footage unfolds from a car's rearview camera, capturing a desolate forest road. While the car is reversed on the road, everything appears typical at first. Until it suddenly isn't. During the reverse, a young woman inside the car catches sight of something in the distance. It's a shadowy figure that seems to be slowly moving. However, as the girl noticed closely, the figure was moving nowhere except towards the car. This figure begins a gradual approach, then picks up pace, hurtling toward the car. As the figure gets close, as any sane person will do, they press on the gas pedal and speed away. Up close, you can see the figure's long arms and big body that look a lot like a Bigfoot. But I'm not quite sure if that's a Bigfoot or cryptid or just some crazy man. It gives you a creepy feeling to think about what could have happened if the car didn't manage to get away in time. The forest cam was supposed to capture coyotes in the wild, but instead it caught something much scarier and unsettling. The video shows the view of forest bushes at night. After a while, the camera captures something lurking in the darkness. A strange creature emerges from the shadows and crawls toward the camera in a creepy manner. As it gets closer, its face becomes visible, and it's not like any creature we know. It has big wildcat ears and a big wolf-like body, but what's really unsettling is its face. Its facial features resemble a human. What do you think it was? Being a parent brings worries, and leaving your child alone at home is one of the biggest concerns. That's why lots of parents put nanny cams around the house to keep an eye on them when they're not there. However, this parent did the same but ended up finding something else to worry about. This video comes from a nanny cam. You can see a child leaving a room and then heading back towards it. But here's where it gets strange. As the child is going back into the room, we see the head of what looks like another child peeking out from behind the sofa and then going into the room. Sounds normal, right? Well, it would be if there were actually two kids at home. But the truth is, the child was alone in the house and was the only child. So, who was the second boy? Was it really a child, or was it something far more sinister and unholy? After this incident, the parents decided to never leave their child alone at night again. A man was wandering through a deep forest, God knows for what reason, when he stumbled upon a well that was all blocked up. In the video, you can see the well covered with logs, but when the man records a look inside, he gets the shock of his life. A creepy face is staring right back at him from the depths of the well. This sight makes the man sprint away in fear. When we get a closer view of the face in the well, we can see its eerie details. Glowing purple eyes and a skull-like appearance that sends shivers down the spine. Could someone be pulling a prank on him? Or maybe it's a part of some strange ritual by a group. Or is it something beyond explanation? Whatever it is, my advice is to never, ever look inside a blocked well again. This video was posted by a man on TikTok in which he was out exploring a field of bushes at night. He used night vision to see clearly in the recording. While he was recording and moving through the bushes, he spotted something ahead. It looked like a creature that's kind of like a human, but it was bent over and doing something in the bushes. When the person zooms in on the creature notices and suddenly looks right at him. This freaks the person out, and they start running away. At first glance, the strange creature looks like a tall and skinny person, hunched in the bushes. But when you take a closer look, its bent back and long, curved neck make it even creepier. That hunched back, long neck, and those glowing eyes all remind you of something like a skinwalker. But let's hope it's not actually one of those. While a forest ranger was out observing the forest and its inhabitants, as he was recording, he unexpectedly came across a gigantic Bigfoot-like creature in the distance. This big creature was only seen walking for a few seconds before disappearing behind the trees. Some people might say it could be an ape just going for a walk. But if you look closely at how it's walking on two legs, it's different. Apes can stand on two legs. But the way this creature is moving with that posture in the video doesn't match up with how an ape would do it. Moreover, this creature is enormous. Its body is so big, especially when you compare it to the trees around it. It also has long arms and a thick black coat of fur, just like what we'd expect from a Bigfoot. The way it walks and posture even looks kind of human. So, in my opinion, this might actually be a real sighting of a Bigfoot. What do you think? This video comes from a trail camera, and the owner claims it caught a special moment. Santa's Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, visiting Christmas lights on the edge of Exmoor. In the video, we can see the reindeer feeling hungry and munching on the grass outside a house. Then, it spots some bird food and starts eating that too. Nothing unusual, just a hungry deer. The noise wakes up the homeowners, so one of them comes out to check. At first they don't notice the reindeer and go back inside. But when they take a closer look, they spot the deer and start taking pictures. The person goes inside to share the exciting news with their family that the reindeer is back. Meanwhile, the reindeer is trying to get more food from a tree and uses its antlers to knock down a bottle, and it succeeds. I think there's nothing strange about this footage. It's just a wholesome encounter with a reindeer who was simply looking for some food. This video comes from a wildlife camera placed in a forest to keep an eye on bears. In the video, we can see a big tree ahead, and two bears appear from behind it. One of the bears stands on its hind legs, puts its paws on the tree, and starts twirling around it. The second bear follows, but it stays on all fours. At first, the scene seems like a playful interaction between the two bears, having a good time. Towards the end, after a few rounds, both bears stop and seem to hug each other in a way. I believe it might be their playful nature, but it's still a bit unusual. Motion cameras are a big help for homeowners. They detect movement, take pictures, and send alerts. These cameras are also good for recording forest life, but sometimes they capture things that the humans aren't meant to see. This video is from a motion camera set up in a forest in Sydney, Australia. The camera got triggered by movement in the trees ahead. At first, when we watch the footage, there's nothing visible. Everything seems normal. Maybe just a wild cat or deer passing by. But when the video is zoomed in, things get creepy. We can spot a terrifying face hiding in the darkness, sitting beside a tree. What's even scarier is its glowing eyes, just staring blankly at the camera. It does this for a while, and then the video stops. What do you think that face was? A woman shared a picture of her new room setup on her Facebook account, excited to show it to her friends. However, the comments she received weren't about her room. They were about something else. At first glance, the picture seems normal. A sofa placed in front of a treadmill, a cozy arrangement. But if you take a closer look at the reflection in the closet mirror, you'll notice a face. When you zoom in on that face, it's not a human face, but that of a really creepy demon child. What makes it eerie is that the woman had no idea she was living with such a presence, always watching from the shadows. Ring cameras have become essential for homes, especially in forested areas. This video is from one such ring camera. In footage, a naked man is seen walking alone at night. Surprisingly, he doesn't appear bothered by his nudity. But he's clearly terrified of something or someone. The naked man roams around the homeowner's property, yelling and searching for something. He leaves briefly, then returns to grab a pipe from the homeowner's place. Afterward, he moves to a side path, searching for something, before eventually heading back to where he came from. The unsettling part is that this man was on a late-night quest, seemingly searching for something while no one else was around. I wonder what he would have done if the homeowner confronted him. What was his purpose? Was he genuinely disturbed by something or dealing with mental instability? The answer remains a mystery. This is a video from a ring camera of a home. We can see that in the ring cam video, it's pitch black night and it's raining. A woman approaches the door, holding an umbrella, and proceeds to ring the doorbell. Initially, it appears as if she's yawning while pressing the doorbell. As the doorbell chimes, she steps back slightly, closing her mouth after the yawn. However, things get weird. She opens her mouth wide again, standing there with her mouth agape. This unsettling sight continues for a full 20 seconds. After this time, she presses the doorbell once more, still with her mouth wide open, before finally leaving the property. The eerie part is that this unfolds in the dead of night, and the woman's prolonged mouth opening raises shivers as we consider what might have happened if the homeowner had chosen to answer the door. Capturing the beauty of clouds on a lovely day is a wonderful experience. However, that wasn't the case for this individual. In the video, we see someone using a time lapse to capture the changing sky, and everything seems ordinary with people moving in and out of the frame. But then, something peculiar occurs. Out of nowhere, a greenish, glowing smoke materializes and quickly disappears. Upon closer inspection and slow-motion playback, it's evident that this smoke emerges from thin air and vanishes just as mysteriously. What adds to the oddness is that the video was in time-lapse mode, making the appearance of the smoke surprisingly fast. What could this sighting possibly be? Is it a spirit? You decide. A girl received a video from the local police, and it's like something from a bad dream.
This is what the police sent me. This is what they found from all the footage.
In the video, there's a girl wearing a nightdress, and she's crouched next to a car in a really strange way, almost not like a human. She's hunched over on the ground. Then she jumps to her right like a dog would. After that, she starts eating something from the ground, and her back is hunched in a way that doesn't seem possible for a person. Finally, she stands up and walks back into her house. The girl who got this video from the police says they told her that it was actually her in the video, probably sleepwalking. But she's sure that it can't be her because she would have noticed, and she was in bed, getting ready for work the next day.
I know for a fact that I worked the next morning and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. I know I was in bed. I know I was in bed.
It's pretty spooky to think that someone could do all of that while sleepwalking and doesn't know about anything the next morning. I really hope she never sleepwalks near my property. Taking a trip through the forest is an exciting adventure, but you need to watch out for things dropping from the trees above. It could be snakes, bugs, or even monkeys. But have you ever thought about a mountain lion falling down on you? That's really scary, isn't it? In this video, an adventurer shares their experience of walking through a nearby forest.
That's a first. It's a mountain lion.
Climbed really high, probably waiting for prey to come by so it could pounce and have its next meal. Thankfully, the adventurer noticed it in time. Otherwise, who knows? They could have been its next meal. Wildlife cameras are truly fascinating. They capture sights we're excited to see. One night, this wildlife cam caught a wild boar approaching it. But something was off. The wild boar was moving strangely. As it got closer, it became clear that it had an injured leg. The camera flash made its eyes glow, adding to the eerie atmosphere. However, there's a feeling that something isn't quite right. Maybe another wild animal injured the boar, possibly, but there's a chance it could be something even wilder than the animals around. Out in the Merrimack Forest of New Hampshire, a trail camera was set up. In the footage captured at 12:05 p.m., a small animal appears in view. At first I was sure that is a squirrel, until a closer look revealed it to be a fisher. The fisher comes into view from the left side of the frame. It then leaps onto the trail, sniffs around for a bit, and eventually walks off into the forest, certainly looking for a midday snack. This clip comes from a tourist, enjoying the beauty of Mono Lake, California. The tourist starts recording, capturing the stunning view of the lake. While filming the lake, they pan the camera to capture the rock formation next to it. Did you catch it? Upon reviewing the video, the tourist realizes there was something near the rock that they didn't notice while recording. Upon zooming in, a large black figure resembling a Bigfoot emerges from behind the rock and then mysteriously disappears. Upon closer examination, the figure's massive body and thick black fur resemble that of the legendary Bigfoot. Do you share the same thought? These videos that I am about to show you come from Scott Carpenter, and he is certain that in the area where he lives, there lives at least one Bigfoot, but he is stranger than any one Bigfoot you've seen. He claims that this Bigfoot is a completely white one, and he has some evidence to show for that claim. He traversed the forests and took recordings of every journey, and with more long hours of going through every footage and enhancing it, he has found some strange sightings of something that's been stalking him all throughout his journey. He has spotted many times a white figure trying to hide near bushes or trees, while keeping a close eye on his movements. Scott's cameras managed to pick up multiple occurrences of this, but one of the best sights he caught was the creature's face. We can see the special color of the creature, which I am guessing isn't helping it hide at all in a green forest. But the creature also seems strangely creepy and cautious at the same time, as if he is fearing Scott. Could this be a mutation of the known Bigfoot creature? A mutation that made it completely white? This security footage was taken by someone who set up these cameras because they believe the house is haunted and wanted proof of that. And as you are about to see in this clip, the house certainly is haunted. We can see the woman sleeping in her room, everything starting out normal, but just a bit past 8 p.m. we can see the door of a small cabinet opening on its own. Soon after, the light inside it start going on and off, but creepier, the stand near her bed seems to move slowly, to a point where it hits the bed, as if to wake her up. Once she wakes up thinking she heard something, she calls after someone in the house, who immediately comes to comfort her.
Honey?
They go back into the room to check again, knowing something is not right, but decide they do not want to stay in that room any longer. But just a few seconds after they leave, this happens. The footage ends there, but we can all say with certainty something is wrong in that house. Could it be a poltergeist playing with them? A lady shared this video on her TikTok account, convinced that she captured a glimpse of a Bigfoot. The video starts with a creature peeking out from the bushes, almost like it's hiding. The creature moves around, covered in black fur. The woman recording the video mentions it's been there for about 5 minutes, and she's puzzled about what it could be.
I'm not sure what that is, but I ain't gonna lie, it's a little unnerving.
This creature might look like an ape or a bear at first glance, but what's really unsettling is its massive size and how much space it occupies. It's way bigger than a regular bear or ape. What adds to the fear is that it's just standing there, as if waiting for the lady to step out of her car. Maybe even planning something. What could it be? Is it really a Bigfoot? Or is it something even more frightening than that? A lady posted this video on her TikTok page and firmly believes that the creatures caught by the camera are the affirmed Bigfoot. As the video begins, we can see a creature standing behind a tree. It seems to be hiding behind the tree trunk. It can be seen peeping. At the same moment, another bipedal creature dashes from the right side. It is carrying something that looks like a basket. The woman recording claimed that these unidentified creatures could be stealing chicken that I think are hidden in the basket. One can mistake this too to be ape animals. But as we know, primates normally walk on fours and occasionally on twos. Do you notice their hunched backs and that they are enveloped in a rough coat of black hair? But at the same time, all this seems too convenient. Someone filming just as these creatures are passing by, without any of them noticing the cameraman presence. And also, their size is just too similar to a person, so I am willing to say that most likely this video is fake. Do you think the same? In this video, two teens experience a scary and unforgettable sight. As they are walking in the middle of the night for God knows what reason, they came across a white masquerade mask lying on top of some dirty rags. As they go on, they find another white mask hanging beside the trunk of a tree. These masks are pretty frightening, and one would wonder the braveness of this duo. As they continue with their walk, amidst the tall grass, a mask suddenly appears, and this time it seems to be worn by someone. This terrifies the boys, and the video ends as they scamper away in fright. Could it be that someone could be pranking these lads, or something mystical was out there? Could it be some sort of cult? The security camera caught a ghostly apparition hovering above a man who went to visit a graveyard of a loved one. The footage shows the man kneeling down over the tombstone, and the ghost appears to lean over the man's shoulders. The man does not notice the presence of the ghost and continues mourning. Even as the man stands up and walks away, a white shadow can be spotted looming in the area. Perhaps the ghost was friendly and only came to comfort the man. Maybe a ghost of the person who this man lost, still lingering to offer comfort to him. A trail camera caught a weird sight in this forest at night. We can see a fox walking from the left, and our attention is quickly shifted to the two wide open eyes that are lurking in the darkness. Notice how alive the eyes are, and even they can be seen blinking. The fox is unaware of what is happening in its surroundings and stares innocently into the camera, its eyes glimmering in the shadows. This pair of eyes appear to be from a sort of large animal that maybe was resting and was awakened by the fox's movements. Nature is really scary. What kind of creature do you think was creeping there? This video was recorded in 2013 in the depths of the forest in Mississippi. A ranger walking in the middle of the woods, as he was surveying the area, he stumbles upon a huge beast. A dark figure is seen standing in the forest. The video has low lighting and it is hazy. Because of this, I cannot make out the details of the figure. When its physique is closely examined, the creature has a massive body frame and a thick coat of fur covering it from its head. Notice its humanoid nature as it walks bipedally amongst the trees. The man recording is persistent and keeps on chasing it, but soon stops as he realizes that he is on the heels of a Bigfoot. Others have suggested that it might be just a normal ape creature, while others have debated that this enigmatic being might be the Bigfoot. And certainly, I would agree with the latter, since to me, an ape wouldn't be this huge. An interesting spectacle is captured in a river. A mysterious, furry creature lingers in the middle of the river, standing half submerged in the water. What we are seeing is its back as it is facing the other direction. Considering the reported height of this river to be 5 to 6 feet, I think this creature might be a really tall one. As much as we are intrigued by the idea of a real Bigfoot sighting, we can't ignore the unusual physique of this specific one. It's notably leaner and slenderer than the typical descriptions of the Bigfoot. So could we be authentically looking at a Bigfoot, preferably a female kind? Or maybe is it a hoax of some kind crafted to fool its audience? The owner of this house was met by a strange sight when they went to investigate the strange noises that came from their roof. An ominous creature of abnormal shape and size was lurking on the rooftop. It appears to have an alien head that appears almost human. Due to the low light, I cannot quite make out its facial features. As for its unusual body, it has short arms and torso with no legs visible. This gives out eerie vibes since the intentions and identity of the creature are unknown. Could it be an alien entity? What could you have done if you were to find such a creature hanging around on your rooftop? This trail camera caught an incredible event in Swan Valley, Montana. A battle between two skilled scavengers, a bald eagle and a coyote. In the video, you can see the bald eagle chasing off the coyote that is trying to scuffle off with the remains of the deer's carcass. Despite the coyote having a larger size than the eagle, it is challenged by the eagle, which has a massive wingspan, making it look bigger. They continue chasing each other back and forth, and at one point the coyote can be seen going off with a large chunk of meat. The video ends as this brawl continues, and we don't get to see who went away with the meatier flesh. In the remote expanse of the snowy mountains, a vigilant camera lens captures an enigmatic spectacle, a scene shrouded in both intrigue and mystery. A humanoid figure casually walking in the middle of the woods. Upon investigation, this figure has a rich coat of fur enveloping its entire form. Notice how its arms are long, almost reaching its knees. It has a near upright posture, thus possessing the known characteristics of the Bigfoot. It's possible to consider the alternative perspective of the observed figure might have been a person donning a Bigfoot costume. This interpretation introduces an element of skepticism into the equation, suggesting the potential for intentional misrepresentation. A man in the snowy mountains claims to have come across the Bigfoot walking. At first, it looks like a normal man scaling the snowy landscape, but notice how abnormally large this figure is. It is unusual for a man to be of that size. As it moves forward, we get to see its odd walking style. When closely analyzed, the creature appears to have a thick black and white fury body, although the white could be snow stuck on its fur. This bizarre scene is bound to rouse up speculations as to whether the creature could be a possible Bigfoot. In this video, we get to see the dark side of nature in a suburban neighborhood in Randolph, Massachusetts. A flock of turkeys is seen circling around the carcass of a dead cat. The cause of its death is unknown. What's more disturbing is that more and more turkeys emerge from the woods and join the flock. Why are the turkeys surrounding it? The viewed birds seem to be conducting a ritual of some sort, maybe paying tribute to the dead feline. This family was out enjoying Mother Nature when they detect something prowling not far from where they were. The recorder at once swings his camera to the strange creature's direction, and there it is. Something or someone seems to be watching them in the tall grass. At first you can't make out what it is, but once the video is stabilized, the creature can be defined. It is an all-black figure, as if covered by fur. Look at its hunched posture and bipedal stance. Many people have suggested this to be none other than the Bigfoot itself. Could have this family run into the Sasquatch? What do you think? This video is recorded by someone in a police station who happened to see the weird behavior of this officer. He is seen standing in the hallway, making gestures as if he's speaking to someone. But there is obviously no one there. we can see his hand gestures, as if trying to explain something.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to a elderly lady. I saw her walking by the store, and she said she's looking for Mr. Griffin. Her name is Miss Abigail.
Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Griffin, and I told her that the canvas is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, and she might see Mr. Griffin.
She's been passed on for 2 years now. No, there's nobody in front of you at all.
The lady reaches out to the police officer, asking, who is he talking to? He responds saying that he's talking to a lady named Abigail who is looking for someone. The lady apparently knows who he is talking to because she immediately tells him the lady has passed 2 years ago. The officer asks if she cannot see on camera who he is talking to, Miss Abigail apparently still being there. The moment he realizes what is going on, he begins backing off, turning into a full sprint to get the heck out of there. I think we've all heard about situations like this one, where someone is met by a friendly visitor, perhaps asking for help, and only after the fact do we realize they were never there. As this video begins, all seems to be normal in this spooky place. Then suddenly, a very scary creature walks out from behind the tree, and its form is rather unearthly. It appears humanoid, though having a thin frame and an elongated head like that of an alien. It has a short stature, and it walks bipedally while bending its back. What's unsettling is that its arms are extended and reach the ground. See how thin the arms are and look like long rods. These arms look to be the ones supporting its body. What exactly is this unearthly being? Maybe a modified version of the Skinwalker, or this could be just an edited video. The owner of this house must have been really shocked when she saw this video the following morning. A security camera shows us the kitchen of where a series of disturbing events take place. A perturbing sound of unknown origin is heard as though something was rustling about in the dishes. Then suddenly, the cupboards fly open, and the cutlery are heard banging all over the place. What's frightening is that no one seems to be in the kitchen, and all these happen supernaturally. This place is undoubtedly haunted by a very daunting ghost, and they better vacate early before situations erupt. This heart-stopping footage of an unknown creature amidst the tall grasses was captured by a brave man walking in the middle of the night for unknown reasons. As he shines his flashlight in a particular direction, he stops when he notices a pale figure looming in the tall grassland. It appears to be squatted on something facing downwards. I think it could be feasting on remains of a carcass. As he zooms in, suddenly the creature lifts its head up, revealing two otherworldly eyes which glare at the man hauntingly and eerily. This really spooks the man. This creature is pretty scary, and I would not want to encounter one face to face. From past recorded incidents, this creature resembles the Rake, a cryptid known to stalk and terrorize people. We can see the recording from someone who is driving their motorcycle behind an ambulance, perhaps going to an emergency. Based on the writing on the ambulance, I think this might be India. The camera quickly pans towards the right, where we can see a dense forest. But more terrifying, there is something lurking in the bushes. As he advances, he can see a lion creepily staring back at him. His quick thinking makes him go next to the ambulance, in order to have it act as a shield. We can see the lion keeps its stare on the man, and I am sure if he was alone, Without those two other vehicles, he would have been the lion's next meal. These lions have become more and more confident around humans. The lion attack on humans, especially in India, increasing dramatically in recent years. On the bear topic, also this trail camera caught a stunning montage. A bear with her cubs can be seen passing. They reach a certain tree that seems to have fascinated them. They start sniffing the tree, and even the mama bear is prompted to stand on its two legs. Can you see the height of this beast? The bear strolls away, leaving the two cubs who are still excited by the tree. As they explore, they all at once start scratching their backs with the tree. Their movements are funny, and it is as if they appear to be dancing. This scene is truly remarkable. These people were traveling on an almost empty road at night when they see something amazing walking around. A gigantic moose just strolling on the grass between the two lanes.
Hey there, bud. No, I'm not gonna touch it. Hey there, bud.
Just look at how enormous this animal is. Even the other driver backs away their car in order to get a better view of the moose. What amazes me about this encounter is just how relaxed the moose is. These creatures are usually a lot more aggressive and do not feel so at home next to cars and humans. So I'm not sure what is wrong with this particular moose, but I'm sure that was a thrilling experience for all the drivers who got to witness it. This video was recorded in Chile. A guy set up a camera to record two fast-moving cars racing on the highway. And as the cars flew by, the camera captures a rather peculiar sight. After the cars pass, a dog suddenly appears in the middle of the road and crosses safely to the end of the road. What's odd is that the dog wasn't seen crossing from the other side of the road. Rather, it just appeared in the middle just as the cars pass. This clip has sparked imagination on viewers. How did the dog manage to safely cross the road without being hit? To me, this could be a glitch in the footage. What do you think? Could this be a dog spirit that happened to have been captured by the camera, or an actual dog that escaped being hit by a narrow whisker? A security camera happens to have caught a ghostly apparition in a pub in the UK. As the restaurant waiter was cleaning up at night, a white shadowy figure appears at the door of the restaurant and appears to be closely following the waiter. The waiter doesn't seem to notice the ghost and goes by her duties normally, although in an interview she said she felt the presence of someone with her in the pub. What's more is that the pub has had more than one ghostly encounter, all happening in the night. Could this be the ghost of a girl that was a frequent visitor of this pub, or a simple camera glitch? If you want to see more strange and amazing footage, then watch this.